Hey guys, so this is like my third time trying to do this. I was just kind of rambling too much, so I'm gonna try to make this a lot more concise, get straight to the point. But this is gonna be like a continuation of what I shared yesterday, that video, and all the things I was talking about with father son, and the way like the father son theme that I've been on for months, how that ties into Back to the Future, which remember how I showed you yesterday how I told Cody back in the beginning of September how there's a strong father son like symbolic thing with that movie, more than just like the narrative, the father son narrative when they meet, like when he goes in the past to meet his dad. That's kind of just like a symbolic thing of the greater father son message. So again, I showed you when I showed him that back in the beginning of September. And then like he and other decoders have done a great job of showing and proving that this election has everything to do with Back to the Future. Or just at least like extremely connected to it. So I'm just gonna tie this all in together and expand on the father son, this whole father son thing. Like it's huge, and how, and it's around me, and I proved it in my last video. I'm not just saying that, like I'm proving it, and there's a reason why God is choosing for me to reveal all this stuff, because of my actual connections, because of the perfect timing of my birth and my life and all that. I'm just gonna prove it. So let's just let the work speak for itself. So you guys know this verse that I'm just gonna say it outright. I solved it with the World Series, with the Dodgers winning the World Series, single-handedly. I haven't seen a single person talk about it, and then once I found an undeniable connection to this verse and the World Series, and then still like didn't get too much like recognition for it, and it's fine. And it's not it's not about the attention I want. I want people to know that like the Bible, like the World Series, the Dodgers winning the World Series is undoubtedly connected to the Bible, this verse, and I've proven it. There's no conjecture at all, none. And I'll review that at the end too. But and then let me just say real quick, if you're not sure with like my content, like if this is one of the first videos you've seen of me, all my work is just based on this father-son thing, especially with my own experience with me and my dad. My dad passed away when I was 7 years old, so back in 1999, a long time ago. But I started finding just the absolute craziest connections, crazier than any connections I've seen anyone else make to anything, with me and my dad. Me and my dad's connections are like the craziest connections I've seen. And it all started around June last year, because that's when I turned the age that he was when I was born. So I like kind of, our timelines kind of overlapped. Like I entered this like portal, and I'm like proving it. I'm showing you guys, so with all of the stuff that I'm going to share today, it should corroborate that like times 100. Again, so John 10:30, I and my Father are one, equals 14:14. And we're going to look at, so yeah, this is how old my dad was when I was born. So this is how the amount of time, or the amount of days, whatever, apart we are from each other, pretty much. 1707 weeks exactly. And me as a decoder, it's still not widely accepted, but it will be, because I'm proving that this is a legit technique. I convert this into this date here, 1707, January 7th, 07. So keeping in mind the verse that I just showed you in the 14:14, and also keep in mind what I shared when the Dodgers won, how I figured that out. So 1707 to the election that was it's connected to Back to the Future, without a doubt. It's 14 months exactly, and that is unique to me, because that is from the day that matches, like the date that matches the amount of time from my dad's birth to my birth. It's unique to me, but I mean, obviously there's probably a lot of other people who have that amount of time, that span, but not other decoders. Like, there's no way. There's no way that anyone else would. I guarantee there's no one else who actually has that who would stumble upon that, because not even decoders, not even people in our like the decoding community use the techniques that I do to figure that out. So it's like it would be almost impossible for anyone else to find that. And the fact that that this was the verse that I've pretty much single-handedly been on and found the connection to the World Series, like not a conjecture at all, complete proof that I found the connection to the World Series and that verse before I even knew that this connected in this way. And keep in mind too, it's November 6th, but that is when the election ended on the East, and it was well over midnight, so it's totally legitimate. And I know that even with Joseph, he'll be using that date for his decode too, because I was watching his live stream, and it's legitimate because it was past midnight for him. And then when Trump spoke, it was like 2:30 a.m., like almost 3. So it was like it is legit that it was November 6th, from the 5th to the 6th. But like that's just undeniable right there, you know. So let me move on. And what are the odds that the person who has that connection is going to be 1737 weeks old on the day of the inauguration for that guy, for Donald J. Trump, 47th president? 1737. I'm going to be exactly 1737 weeks when he is inaugurated as the 47th president, if everything goes accordingly, because I know there's the theory that something might happen to Biden in between then. Kamala would be president for a little bit of time, so Trump might be the 48th president. But as of right now, like, this is on point. And I just, like, with both of those together, it's just this is God. I'm showing you why I'm the one who is on the Father Son stuff, like as like the main guy, I guess. Alright, just follow along. This is crazy. There's a lot of stuff here. Just let's go slow. We're gonna go from the top, follow along. It's gonna be worth it. Okay, so we're sticking with this number 1373, and then I turn that into the date 173. I think I said the wrong number right now, but 1737. Okay, 1737, just like this. All right, and we're gonna turn that into the date 1737. All right. So from my birth to 1737, and it's of this year, so keep that in mind. It's the future. It's exactly 543 months. So let's go here. Okay, the properties of 543. It's 3 times 181, and this is just like this number here, 3,181. This is the sum of 404 plus its prime number. And 404, it's the total amount of verses in Revelation, but more specifically for this, more relevant, I guess, Make America Great Again is 404. Okay, so Make America Great Again is 404. The 404th prime number is 2777. So when you add 404 plus its prime number, it's 3181, and that's the property 3 times 181 of 543. And I'm exactly 543 months on 1737, which I'm 1737 weeks on the day that Donald J. Trump, 47th president, becomes the 47th president. So that is perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Oh my god, you guys understand? And that right there proves that this technique, this number date conversion technique, is 1,000,000% part of it all. Okay, so start doing it now. I recommend it. And just to the icing on the cake for this whole crazy thing, this is just so perfect. I'm still mind boggled by this. But 543 is a 442nd composite number, and Donald Trump equals 442 in primes. So again, just a little cherry on top. But this was just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful. And this ties into what I shared in my first slide yesterday. Where should I go? Here's fine. So yesterday I emphasized more of the 404 verses of Revelation, but yeah, we'll talk about Make America Great Again for being 404. So again, the 404th prime is 2777. And when you convert that to 2777, that date to my birth is 14 years, 8 months exactly, and 176 months exactly. Same thing. Same. And Donald J. Trump is 148 and 176. So that whole, like, from here, that connects to this and all this. So from here to here to here to here to here, which is this, and this is this, and this connects to that, and then this connects to all this. So just to go over one more time, Make America Great Again is 404, just like the total verses in Revelation. The 404th prime is 2777. From 2777 to my birth is 14 years, 8 months exactly, and 176 months exactly, and Donald J. Trump is 148 and 176. Like, God is revealing himself through all this. Like, this is God. And he, like, not only was my birth at a miraculous time, but everything that has transpired since then, from then till now, has been um perfect with his life. Like like there's no one more connected. No one else is more connected than me. There isn't. I'm sorry. Like after all that, like I have to admit it. And then if there is, like I said, I'm open to seeing it. Like, and I'm not saying that other people don't have connections to him, but there's still levels. And there's like what I just showed. Like I haven't like the level. I've never seen anything that's like at this level of a crazy connection. Never. I've never seen any crazy connection to anything of anything. You know, this is after the video I shared yesterday. So I didn't really talk about Trump that much yesterday, but like the common theme of, you know, yesterday and then today, like this stuff, is that Back to the Future father-son thing. And you know, it's because of me and my dad. So there's just no denying it. There's none. And I it sucks that like I have to show like this side of myself. Like I know it's not respectable, I guess. I don't know the word I'm trying to think. I'm kind of tired, but I just know I'm being immature. Like I know that, I'm well aware, and I'm just being real. Like I'm like I said, like I'm just being real. Like I can't pretend like I'm not one, like probably the most connected person to this guy. I can't after everything I just shared, you know. Okay, and this is gonna be pretty short. We're almost done, but now we're gonna talk about this 1188 number that so Lambda 115 was the one who initiated it, and then the live that Cody did yesterday morning, he really like it I mean both of their work really proved this 1188 connection with what's going on with the election and all that. But yeah, I have to. And if you watch their videos, like it's undeniable, this 1188 number, you know. So just like without what I'm about to share, the 1188 is fully legit. There's no way that you can deny it. I would try to go watch their videos if you have time. But after that, then what I'm about to show you should just completely blow your fucking mind. Like it should, or else like you like if you grasp all that stuff and then you like see what I'm about to share, and then that you don't think that it matters, then you're just in denial. Then you're just selective with you choose what is like significant and then what's not. Like you have selective like a, you know, like people have selective hearing or whatever, but I don't know what word I'm trying to think of, but it's like you just if you're gonna try to say that what I'm about to share is not, doesn't add on to this like times like 100, then it's just denial. It's just denial. So you have to think of everything I just showed you with me and him, and when you go from when you turn that into the date 1188, and you know what I do, to my birth, it's 1188 seconds. And 198,000 minutes, 198,198, and President Trump is 198 and 1188. Like, and then you see the 33. So, but like you guys got to stop ignoring this. Like, you have to stop ignoring this and pretending like what I'm showing is not a huge freaking deal. And it's crazy just because it's like, everyone's, I'm not saying that like people's decodes are not good. Like, they're great, when you're decoding like politicians and athletes and celebrities and all that. Like, the decodes are great, but they don't compare to this. They don't compare to what I've just showed. And especially because it's just a random low life idiot guy who like I should not be finding this stuff out, but I am. And it's just, this is nothing but proof of God's work, There's not after all the, if you're just looking at the 1188, and then if you look at what Lambda showed, how it's totally it totally has to do with the Bible, and then you look at what Cody shared. He showed like a bunch of freaking 1188s that were all relevant to this election thing. Like, it wasn't just a bunch of random words. Like, everything was like, and it had to do with the book, The Last President, the book that has to do with Trump's, if you read it, it's like the story of Trump but written in the 1800s, and it's like it's still a mystery of how that book came to be, and why it matches with his life so much now. But not gonna get too much into that. But what I'm trying to say is, when you see how flawless their decodes are, and then after you look at everything I just showed you in my video leading up to this, you can't deny it no more. You can't deny it that there's I'm not just it's not just a it's not just a cute little organic synchronicity. It's not, okay? If these people, if all this stuff is happening because they are looking for, if they're looking for somebody and trying to help that person find themselves, it's me. It has to be. It has to be. Because like I said, I've never seen anything crazier than what I've been sharing the past 2 videos. I've never seen anything crazier with anything. So the craziest connections that I've seen, and I think it's objective. I don't think it's subjective. I don't think I'm saying that just because it's me. I'm saying that as just with an unbiased opinion. If I put myself in the mindset of having an unbiased opinion, if I was able to fully do that, there would be nothing crazier than everything I've been showing. If I was a politician or something, if I was a governor or something, and I was someone that people would decode, then they would for sure think that I am they would, the way that Joseph finds all these things about Obama consistently, and he really does, but there's just no words. There's no words. There's no words, you know. And there's no words to describe how crazy this is. So let's just think. Let's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And the funny thing is, when I was watching like Cody make like a bunch of showing a bunch of 1188s, I was like, it's like something where like I just know it already. Like once I'm gonna find one. I know it. And I was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew I was going to. And the funny thing is, like, you know, like my name is so it's like the perfect, my username is so perfect. That's why I changed it. And like, yeah, like I don't know, like that was around the time when people started, like, I guess, treating me differently, like being a little bit more resistant towards me. And I was like, I honestly thought that when I changed my name, people were like, it was more of like a message that like I thought like people were gonna be like, oh damn, like that's clever, like nice. But no, people were just like, oh, you changed your name, okay. And I was like, dude, you guys know, like, I'm like, you guys know, like, you guys know it, you know it, I know you know it. Like, I don't know, like people were just kind of like acting oblivious, but I'm like, no, you guys know what's up. You guys know what's up. I know you do. You guys are smart. I know you guys are smart. Okay, so stop being like, I don't know. I'm gonna try not to I'll try to stop myself now before I just go over the top. But let me go back to this 1414s. And so I'm gonna show you guys, remind you guys, like, what I found, what I discovered with the Dodgers winning the World Series, not even knowing that this was gonna line up like this with me perfectly. All right, so again, like I mentioned, I was like on this father-son thing for months, like since the summer, since June. And then like, and again, all like my work is consistently just about that. So you can go to my videos and see every video is about father-son, starting at like a certain point. But yeah, so when the Dodgers won on 10:30, it made me think of John 10:30 because of what the verse is, and because I've known about it and I've been applying it to a lot of things that I've found, but I've just kind of like kept it to myself more than anything. But yeah, so like when they won on 10:30, I was like, oh, John 10:30, I and my Father are one. Like probably like another sign, but I wasn't like that was as much as I really connected, besides the fact that it was like Sirius and Jupiter conjunction like in the finals, because Otani represents Sirius, Aaron Judge represents Jupiter, and that's not like a father-son thing. But I was finding a lot of things in the summer, like synchronicities with like me and my dad, that had to do with Sirius and Jupiter. So I have like some videos on that, and then I was like, watch, it's gonna be Sirius and Jupiter in the finals. This was before the actual finals. It was like the semifinals, and then I was like, yep, I knew it. And so that kind of led me to think about like the connection with John 10:30 and them winning on 10:30. I and my father won, but then I found out because 1275, Jesus Christ equals 1275. Like, this is something that I picked up from Casey Jones, and then I did my technique where I turned the number into the date 1275, and well, the verse "I and my Father are one" without the phrase in the front, and the ordinal value, because the other 1414 is a Sumerian value, so the ordinal value is 182. And then if you go from the date that represents Jesus Christ to the Dodgers winning on 10:30, John 10:30, I and my Father are one, is exactly 18200 days. So I was like, that's absolutely what this is about. And I thought about John 10:30 before. Well, obviously I did, because that's why I looked this up and tried it. But this, like, when you if you can observe this, like, it's like proof that I saw this, that this was not like a cute little like coincidence, like, no way, or cute organic sync, like a lot of people say it. No, this is like intelligently designed, and God revealed it to me. And the same span is exactly 2600 weeks, and God equals 26. So, like, just undeniable. And then the 1414 came up again with the WWE Crown Jewel event that Cody decoded, and he talked about father son stuff in that decode. And like I told you about when I told him about in September the great conjunction with Back to the Future and father son, and then I found out that the crown jewel, and think about crown, like Cody was when he broke up Jew and El, like king, like El, God, so king of the Jews, and then the crown of thorns. Well, I mean, that was the direction I took it. He separated the Jew and the El, like, and then that made me think of king of the Jews, the crown of thorns. It was in Saudi Arabia, which is known for oil, and Christ, the anointed one, anoint, like when they would anoint people with oil. And he talked about Cody Rhodes, and then I thought about how, like, all roads lead to Rome, and the Roman Empire crucified Jesus. So from the great conjunction, this great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, this was before 9/11. It was exactly 1275 weeks before the WWE event. And the more recent great conjunction, which was 1221 to 2020 to the event, which again, in Saudi Arabia, it would have ended after midnight. So that was 1414 days. And John 10:30, I and my Father are one, is 1414. And this is something that I forgot to put in my decode. But another thing that Casey mentioned to me about this great conjunction, which is interesting, is that because it's 1221, and when the numbers, when you convert them to letters, it'd be A B B A, like Abba Father. So this was tied to Father as well, and again I found that out after I made the connection to the Dodgers the day before. So I was like, whoa, like this stuff was just like snowballing like crazy. Like after I found that out with the Dodgers, I was mind blown. And then when this happened, I was like, what the heck? And it's like I have to recognize like a lot, like other people's, how much other people's work helps me to find certain things, because I didn't even know about that event. And luckily Cody's like a huge WWE fan, so he watched it and he decodes WWE like so good. So I was like oh yeah, there's no way I would have figured that out otherwise. But then once I found it, I was like, thank you, man, thank you, because that's what I found is spot on, like with those great conjunctions. And then the 1414, like that after finding that out, literally the day after I found or maybe 2 days after the Dodgers decode I did. And then after this, how I figured out the thing with that I shared today with from the day, the date that matches the amount of time from my dad's birth to my birth, 1707, to the election, which a bunch of people have been connecting to Back to the Future. It's 14 months exactly. Like, come on, like that's 3 in a row. That's 3 like separate things in a row that I just got, like, with one verse, like, and basically proved that this father son thing is what everything is. Like, that's the basis of everything that's going on right now, you know. Like, I'm like, I proved it with those 3 things, like boom boom boom. And just the way it connects with me and my dad, just, you know, like, there's no denying it. There's none. I know people are probably gonna hide from this work, which if that's what you gotta do, then do it, you know. Like, you know, I know that my work is being gate kept, and it sucks just because I know that, like, the impact that I know that it can have, just to be able to show, because I'm just trying to reveal God's work. That I'm just trying to show God. That's it. I'm just trying to show that all this is just purely God, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, look how good of a decoder I am. Like, no, I don't care about that. I don't care at all. I just want people to see God's work, and I just knew that, I know that if my work wasn't gate kept, then more people could see it. But it's just, that's what's going on right now, and it's fine, because I know it's part of God's plan. I might as well just end it off this that I shared. I just felt like it was perfect, because this hit me too, you know, because we were talking, I mean, with the whole Back to the Future thing, like, I know that it's been about, if you saw my last video too, like, it's really about this returning to the Father thing, returning to going back in time to Eden, you know, like to wholeness and being one with God. And then I you know, I was thinking about, like, as much as I want to, as much as I guess I have been, like, complaining, it really doesn't make sense for me to do that, because I would have nothing without, like, the people who helped bring me up, like, who gave me a platform in the first place, and helped me get followers, and helped me just, yeah, like, gave me the opportunity in the first place. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own in the first place. Like, I would have nothing, and, like, it's it's just, it's confusing to me because it's like I was given this, and now it's like it's like being taken away, because it's like now like my work is being hidden, like for whether it's a conscious effort, unconscious effort. That's what's going on, and it's a collective thing. But it's like it just made me think of this verse, because it's like the Lord gave and the Lord taketh away. And then now, like, I just looked it up, and then I realized that it had to do with this whole thing that the theme of what I'm talking about, like returning back to, like, returning. It says like naked come I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave and the Lord taketh away, blessed be the name of the Lord. So it was like, this is the lesson that I am supposed to be learning through all this, and it's like, it's perfect. And the fact that it's Job 121, and it's like, this is a huge part of Back to the Future, the 121 gigawatts. So I was like, this is the lesson. Like, this is like, I'm supposed to like that's why I really, like, just from this lesson, I need to apply it to my whole life, because like it really is never anything I should ever feel entitled to, because I don't I didn't do any, I don't deserve anything. I'm not entitled to anything. Like, everything was given to me by God, and it could be taken away in an instant, and there's nothing I can do about it. And it's just like, it doesn't it's just, it is what it is. And it's like, and obviously what Job had to go through is 1,000,000 trillion gazillion times worse than this stupid little thing that I feel like I'm going through. But it's just like, it's just crazy how it all like lined up with like, the like with kind of what I was talking about with like the going back to the Father, returning back to the future. And when you think about it, like, it's things like this where you, like, if you're really into the Bible, like, you have to know that the Bible really is written it's written cryptically, for us to figure out. Because it's like, yeah, we do come out of our mother's womb, but no, we don't go back literally to our mother's womb. So we have to figure out, what does this actually mean? What is this saying? And what is it trying to teach us? So I feel like I'm like this is what I'm supposed to be like trying to figure out right now. And that's why there's always a greater purpose for everything. And it's like, yeah, like, that's one thing I'm like really trusting in. Just I know, like, the way that, I'm saying, like, I've just been vulnerable. Like, I'm not like rationalizing like my immaturity, and I don't condone it. I'm just like, I really am just like letting off steam. And yeah, I'll probably regret it down the line, but it's just, I'm just trying to be real, in real time, as I don't know if I'm really gonna be making videos like consistently again like I was before. I just wanted to make these. I have a few more things I do want to share. I don't know when I'm gonna get them out, but that's it. Thanks for watching. I guess I'll leave you. We'll leave with this, just because I just thought it was unbelievable. Oh, that's from my last video. Okay, we'll end here. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Take care.